if you read the title to this video or seen the thumbnail, then obviously we're talking about the 4 Yonko. This was a video I had planned about, I'll say, a year ago. That's when I originally made the thumbnail. I just kept procrastinating. I put it off way too long, but this should have been made a while ago. I'm a huge One Piece fan. You already know this. I made several videos on it, but I thought it's time to talk about the big 4, so to speak. Shanks, Blackbeard, Luffy, and Buggy. But I can't hate on Buggy like that. Okay, so because I brought him up, I'm gonna go over him first. Basically, I'm just gonna give my thoughts and opinions on each Yonko, how I feel about him, and just kind of keep it rolling from there. As much as we clown on Buggy, pun intended, he has been around for some of the most substantial, legendary One Piece events, minus Laugh Tale. He was on the Pirate King ship and he was just chilling. I know he's actual human garbage, but he's not as bad as some of these other dudes in the series per se, like a Doflamingo. He's just like a weird, ambitious, not even really ambitious. He's just kind of just there majority of the time. One thing about him is this dude just can't lose for some reason. He fails upward on so many occasions that it's like, I could say he's dog water, but right now he's currently putting bounties on high-ranking Marines. Granted, it wasn't his idea, and the opportunity just landed on him. He's got a lot of bread. That man he was supplying pirates to people. He's doing contract work, which I didn't expect that to be a thing that he would do. And Yonko, I definitely didn't expect. He really reached Yonko level off clout alone. Not ability. Clout and good timing. This dude's not even that crazy. And his subordinates, air quotes, are literally monsters. You got Mihawk and you got Crocodile there. Some real demons. That's kind of OD. And the way that they framed it, Oda's kind of cooking it up like, yeah, he's garbage, but we're gonna keep giving him like bailouts time after time. Do I expect him to become Pirate King? No. But do I expect for there to be some sort of gag where he gets to Laugh Tale and then does something insane or switches up, works for Luffy or something? No, not that either. I just feel like he's gonna be there to witness Luffy become the Pirate King, but at the same time, he's probably on the back end. Now, what would be cool is if Buggy realizes, has that come to sense moment where he's like, my time to actually go get the One Piece has passed. If I really wanted to get it, I should have gone for it earlier. Kind of like when he was talking to Shanks, I forget what chapter, but it was a flashback where Buggy was talking directly to Shanks and saying, hey, we should go get this treasure because Roger's dead. We gotta go get this treasure. It's me and you, we can really do this. But Shanks himself was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's not my time. I just need for him to humble himself. That's all I need. And then I will see his whole character completed. Even though he did just rope Mihawk and Crocodile and all of Cross Guild into the race for the One Piece. That's all I need. And he'll go down as like literally the clown for real. Next, I gotta go over Luffy. He's the main character. Why would I not go over the main character? The only Yonko I think will be King of the Pirates by the end of the series. I mean, he says it literally every episode. Once they finally reach Raftail or Laugh Tale, which I know that's gonna happen. They're in Elbaf now. That's kind of going sideways. But if there's anyone who like really worked for the Yonko position, the legit way to do it, it's Luffy. He's put in the works. You've seen him overthrown whole governments, slumped dictators, literally assisted in destroying the craziest Yonko team up ever. Liberated Wano. He's gotten all the way over from where he started to where he is now, inherited the Straw Hat, is Joy Boy, has the Devil Fruit. There's not a person that, dare I say, there's no one under the Supernova umbrella that's put in as much work as Luffy. I mean, you could argue maybe like Law, but realistically, if Luffy wasn't acting kind of like an enforcer, I wouldn't even say a silent partner. You know how Luffy operates. The big homie with Law, well, Law wouldn't even make it that far. If they didn't team up, you know, the 3 big bodies, I will include Kid in the big body group. Oh, and I'm trolling. Zoro is also under the Supernova umbrella. That man puts in work. I'm Snake for not even including him at that level. But we're focusing on the Yonkos. So definitely, of course, I love the idea that they were like, now's the time. We're in the end game. Let's recognize Luffy is really that guy. Since originally this video was supposed to come out around the time the 4 Yonko were announced, that'd be the first time we saw Gear 5. And I just gotta say, when I first saw that, I was like, that's insane, but it makes sense. It fits his character. Freest person in the world. That's what he wants to be. I like the form. I like the character. I can see him being King of the Pirates. I mean, that's the whole plot, right? He has to be King of the Pirates. There's not much to really say about that. He's gonna spam it to the end of time or until he becomes King of Pirates. And then at that point, his whole ending of the series thing might just be him saying, I'm Luffy and I'm the King of the Pirates. He deserves to be Yonko. We see him pull out the belt on like everybody. That's all I gotta say about it. Like, Luffy is that guy. Moving on to Shanks. My favorite Yonko, everybody's favorite Yonko. If I had made this video a year ago when it was supposed to come out, I would have had a shadier opinion of this man. The way Shanks was moving pre-Elbaf, you know, before his brother popped out the cut, I was sitting here like, he has to be doing this, all this random stuff for a reason, meeting with the Gurusei and everything. But as soon as his brother showed up, it invalidated everything. Because I legitimately thought, hey, bro, he might be a rat. I don't know. Streets is saying you was chirping a little bit. I was like, Straw Hats really got to fight Red Hair Shanks? That don't sound like a fight we winning at all. I could see Luffy maybe making it pretty far, but defeating Shanks? No. Not at this moment. Low-key, I could see maybe some plot things working in his advantage. Gear 5 is a thing, so do with that what you will, but if Haki can just be turned off, like if Shanks can just turn off Haki like a TV controller, he's hoeing and cooking all the Straw Hats, Zoro included. The man's legitimately a One Piece all-star living legend. Come on now. I still feel like he'll have a clash with Luffy, but it'll be kind of like a mentor-student type of deal. Like, hey bro, let me show you where I'm at. Or he just gets dropped off by his brother, which that messed me up, but like, hey, we here. The thing with Shanks is he's very straightforward. He does what he does, dashes out. If you run at him, okay, this is why I don't like Kid. Let me get into it. Bro already got humbled by Shanks, lost his arm the first time. Why would you, I know I'm going off tangent, I don't care. Why would you, fresh off of a crazy W, slide on another Yonko? That was just dumb. And Shanks, he gotta protect his homies. He was also moving diabolical. He showed up on Wano, turned on the Wi-Fi Haki, hoed that man Green Bull, went back to Elbaf, was chilling, and then Kid shows up. Obviously, we can't have you going around lasering the homies' crew. We gotta pack you up. And that's what he did. That man was floored at the bottom of the ocean, where he might stay. I don't think Shanks is gonna kill him, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if he's dead. Because why are you so stupid that you thought you could run back up and get humbled again? Rather, why would you run back to where you got hoed the first time just to get the same result? I don't understand that. Because Shanks is a Yonko, he can't tolerate disrespect, which is why he flatlined Barto too. Obviously, it was kind of excessive, but at the same time, in the purest form possible, Shanks is the model Yonko that inherited the dream of the Pirate King, who, mind you, was his captain. And to let something of that nature slide would be a blemish on his image. So that nobody else challenges him again, he has to lay down a firm, very aggressive stamp that you cannot get away with things that would make me look bad. Despite all that, he's actually a pretty chill dude. He's the big homie to the main character, and he's broken. Last but certainly not least, one of the most devious demons in One Piece. One who blitzed his own homie because he found the devil fruit he was looking for. I am, of course, talking about Marshall D for Demon Teach. This man is cracked. Since his introduction, well, his first interaction with Luffy on Jaya, I have been questioning what he is, because we to this day still don't know that. Especially referencing the part where Luffy and Zoro get thrashed in the bar, and then Blackbeard drops a gem outside Jaya. It's like, hey, follow your dreams, Buster. Don't give up. You won that fight. And then he goes from that to hunting down Ace, getting him set up, and then slimes out his own captain post jumping for the Quake fruit. Demon behavior. I don't think he's gonna be the final boss. We'll save that for Emu because that man's moving crazy. But Blackbeard, his most latest escapades, him sliding Law and basically capsizing his ship, straining his crew, that was insane. I will say, as One Piece has some strong villains, a lot of them fall flat, but Blackbeard is, you just want to know what he's gonna do next. He's hiding in the corner, plotting on somebody, setting up a jumping. He aired out his own father, air quotes father. The mysteries surrounding his origins make him a very interesting character. Why does he not sleep? How can he control 2 devil fruits at the same time? And why does he have, almost kind of like how Luffy does, this crazy ability to attract like-minded individuals, and they're able to move independently of him and kind of plot things, set things up? Because he had Luffy and Devon go to Egghead. You got people playing in situations on this end. Majority of the crew went to go jump Law, but a lot of them stayed behind at Hachinosu. They beat Garp. Aokiji's on the team, which he's cracked. Adding that is just like adding more muscles to what was already somebody on steroids. And now that Garp is locked over there on Hachinosu, it's not a matter of will Luffy care, because obviously that's his grandfather. It's more like what will lead Blackbeard to kind of run into conflict with this man Luffy, because you know he's either going to sideswipe him, I'm assuming after Elbaf, or they're going to come into direct contact with each other just in this huge war Oda's planning for the end game. And the wild thing about Blackbeard is, of all the new Yonko, he is the only one that has been in direct conflict with all the other new wave of Yonko. Whether it be Buggy and Shanks way back in the day, he gave Shanks his scar. Or Luffy during Impel Down. He always finds a way to make a move, an opportunity. He'll craft one. The best aspect of Blackbeard as a Yonko is he is the only one who acts like a real pirate. Pirates don't fight fair. They're crude. They just kind of go out of their way, explore, conquer, destroy, run over. That's the aspects of a normal pirate. Blackbeard is the only Yonko to act like a true pirate. Think about it. Luffy is helping overthrow dictators and destroying the foundation of these dreams that villains and people that want to do negative things in the world are. Shanks is like a peacekeeper. He shows up, shows out, drops off, and maintains the balance in the world. He's the only person to really be able to move on his own without basically unsupervised, which now I understand why, because he's technically a celestial dragon, but he doesn't act like a normal pirate unless somebody directly interacts with him in a negative way. And Buggy's literally just a clown. He was basically coasting off his clout and his relationships. People would just misinterpret any situation he was in as, oh, he's making a power move. He just recently built up the courage to say, I'm gonna go look for the One Piece. He's not built like that. I feel like Blackbeard is probably the one of, well, I would rank him the highest out of the most shystiest characters in the series. And definitely keep your eyes on him, because he's gonna do something insane in the future. I can just tell. I can see him doing something insane and then the government just shutting it down last second. Or Emu just shutting it down last second. Just like, Marshall, stop playing. And he's just dead. Like Luffy and him, they're going at it and then he just gets deleted. I don't see him getting hoed to an egregious degree where he just doesn't get a lick off. That's just not him. It's not the Marshall D. Shiesty way. to conclude, we got an interesting batch of Yonko here. I just wanted to give my thoughts. Granted, this video is a whole year out of line. I know I played myself. I could have been dropped this video. I just got really lazy. But if you stuck around to listen to my thoughts, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe. I'll probably drop another one. Hopefully it's not One Piece related. I just really like One Piece.